Britain is a rust factory on wheels. Rain, salt, and endless damp roads mean no car, new or old, is truly safe from corrosion. It doesn't matter if you drive a cheap hatchback or a luxury SUV. Once that winter grit gets underneath, it starts eating through metal like acid. And, while some cars shrug it off, others dissolve faster than a biscuit in tea. MOT testers see it daily. Shiny paint on top, crusty metal underneath. A few advisories soon turn into welding bills, and before long, your car's worth less than the repair quote. It's not the engines killing British cars anymore, it's the climate. Thin steel, poor underseal, and bad drainage are wiping out whole generations of popular models. So today, we're naming and shaming 10 cars that rot faster than they age. From family hatchbacks to premium SUVs, these are the ones that look fine in photos but are quietly rusting to death underneath. Number 10. Ford Fiesta. The Ford Fiesta might be Britain's best-selling car, but it's also one of the quickest to rust. Models from 2008 to 2017 suffer badly around the rear wheel arches, sills and boot floor, thanks to thin underseal and poor drainage. One salty winter and the floor pan starts turning orange. The rear axle mounts are the main culprits. They trap water and grit until the metal rots through. MOT testers constantly flag corrosion to floor and suspension mounting points, and welding both sides can cost £800 to £1,200. Even low-mileage cars often show holes by year 8, especially in northern or coastal areas. Ford's eco-friendly, water-based paint doesn't help either. Stone chips expose bare steel, and the rust spreads unseen. From above it looks fine, but underneath, the metal flakes like pastry. If you're buying used, get under the rear with a torch and check the arches and jacking points. The Fiesta's fun to drive, but in Britain's climate, it's built to rust, not to last. Number 9. Nissan QASHQAI. The Nissan QASHQAI might be Britain's favourite family SUV, but early models, 2010 to 2016, hide a serious rust problem. Beneath the tidy bodywork, the front and rear subframes corrode badly due to thin underseal and poor drainage that traps salty water inside hollow sections. From above, they look spotless. Underneath, they're disintegrating. MOT testers call it hidden rot. Failures for excessive corrosion to subframe are common before 70,000 miles, and replacement costs £900 to £1,200, often only delaying the inevitable. Brake lines and suspension arms also rot fast, especially in coastal or northern regions where salt exposure is constant. Nissan improved protection on later cars, but too late to save the first generation. Many end up scrapped long before the engine gives out. If you're buying used, inspect the subframes and mounts with a torch, because under that shiny paint, plenty of QASHQAIs are quietly rusting away. Number 8. VAUXHALL CORSA. The VAUXHALL CORSA has always been Britain's go-to first car. Small, affordable, and easy to park. But what most new drivers don't realise is that, beneath that cheerful exterior, lies one of the most rust-prone super minis on UK roads. The Corsa D and E generations, 2006 to 2019, in particular, are plagued by underbody corrosion that strikes long before their engines give up. The biggest weak point is the rear beam axle. Its design traps salt, mud, and moisture inside the seams where the metal folds together. Over time, that trapped grime quietly eats through the steel from the inside out. By the time you see rust on the surface, the damage is already serious. MOT testers across the UK regularly report excessive corrosion to rear axle mounting points, and welding both sides can easily cost £800 to £1,000, sometimes more than the car's worth. Replacement axles? Also expensive, and just as vulnerable to the same fate. The floor pan, sills, and seatbelt mounts are other danger zones. Chipped underseal allows water to creep into welds and seams, leading to hidden structural rust that only shows when the car's on a lift. Front subframes also suffer in silence. Once the protective coating flakes off, it doesn't take long before flakes of brown dust start falling to the workshop floor. The cruel irony is how well these cars age cosmetically. The paint stays glossy, the interiors look tidy, and many Corsas appear mint in online listings. But get underneath, and the truth appears. In northern regions, Wales, and coastal towns, corrosion is so common that some perfectly running Corsas are scrapped simply because the repair bill exceeds their value. Even relatively young Corsa S, just 8 or 9 years old, are showing early rust at MOT time, especially around jacking points and rear chassis legs. Once corrosion takes hold there, the structural integrity is compromised, and it's game over for cheap motoring. If you're buying one, always get under the rear end with a torch. Tap the mounts and sills for soft spots, and don't be fooled by shiny dealer underseal. Sometimes it's hiding years of decay. The Corsa may be Britain's friendliest small car, but in this climate, it's also one of the most rust-sensitive time bombs on the road. Number 7. Mazda 6. The Mazda 6 should have been the perfect all-rounder, sleek, reliable, and good to drive. But for anyone who's owned one through a few British winters, there's one word that ruins the experience: rust. These cars rot everywhere: sills, arches, subframes, and even suspension towers. And the decay starts far earlier than most owners realize. Mazda's mistake was using thin paint and weak underseal, fine for Japan's dry roads but hopeless against Britain's salt and rain. The rear wheel arches and inner sills are the worst spots. By year 8, many cars show bubbling paint that hides deep structural corrosion underneath. MOT testers call them death traps disguised as commuters. Even later models with better paint still suffer from untreated subframes that flake and weaken over time. Repairs are expensive, with welding jobs often running £1,200 to £1,800, sometimes more if the inner panels are affected. Many cars end up written off because the rust spreads faster than it can be fixed. Mazda eventually improved rust-proofing on newer generations, but it came too late for the thousands already corroding across Britain. If you're shopping for one, don't be fooled by a shiny exterior. The real story is told underneath, where British winters have left their mark. Number 6. BMW 3 Series. The BMW 3 Series E90 still looks sharp and drives beautifully, but underneath that badge of prestige lies a serious rust problem. Built during BMW's cost-cutting years, this generation was fitted with poor underbody protection, and Britain's damp climate has been punishing them ever since. The worst offender is the rear subframe area, where rust eats away at suspension mounts and structural seams. Once corrosion starts, the entire rear end can flex or crack, leading to instant MOT failure. A full repair can cost £1,500 to £2,500. And in many cases, it's uneconomical to save. The brake lines are another weak point. They run exposed along the underside, and years of road salt turn them into flaky copper dust. MOT testers see it constantly. Corrosion to brake pipes. Advisories that quickly escalate into replacement bills of £600 to £800. Even cosmetic areas suffer. Boot seams, door bottoms, and wheel arches start bubbling after 10 years. Many owners assume their BMW's galvanized body makes it immune, but the truth is far from it. Once the underseal cracks, moisture seeps into every cavity. The E90 might drive like a dream, but for UK buyers, it's a ticking time bomb. Always check underneath before buying. Prestige means nothing when the floor's falling out. Number 5. Mini hatch. The mini hatch, R56, is a British style icon. Fun to drive, easy to park, and proudly built at Oxford. But beneath that fashionable exterior hides a growing rust epidemic. These cars are quietly corroding from underneath, especially around the boot floor, subframe mounts, and jacking points, where trapped moisture and salt do their worst. The R56's underbody protection is shockingly thin. The rear suspension mounts and seams collect water and grit, and because the underseal cracks over time, rust starts spreading before most owners notice. MOT testers routinely fail these cars for corrosion in the floor pan and sills, sometimes bad enough to compromise the rear axle. Welding costs of £1,000 to £1,500 are common. more than many owners can justify. Even visible areas suffer. Bonnet edges, door seams, and the underside of the tailgate bubble far earlier than you'd expect for a premium hatchback. The worst part? Most cars still look immaculate up top. Gleaming paint hiding an underbody that's slowly turning to dust.
Is the company's
Living in coastal or northern areas accelerates the decay dramatically, and the problem affects both petrol and diesel models alike. A quick visual check can be deceptive. To know the truth, you need a lift and a torch. The R56 may still be Britain's most charming small car, but under our climate, that charm is literally rusting away. Number 4. DACIA Duster. The DACIA Duster arrived in Britain promising rugged simplicity at a bargain price. And it delivered, just not in the way most owners hoped. Early models built before 2018 are now infamous for horrific underbody corrosion, a direct result of Dacia's bare minimum approach to rust protection. Many Dusters left the factory with almost no underseal. The floor pan, subframes, and even suspension mounts were left exposed, relying on a thin layer of paint that quickly failed against British salt and rain. Within 5 or 6 winters, rust begins appearing everywhere, from the rear chassis crossmember to the brake lines and inner arches. MOT testers regularly fail them for excessive corrosion to floor and mounting points. The design makes matters worse. The rear crossmember traps mud and moisture inside, rotting from the inside out until the metal crumbles. Properly repairing it means cutting and welding new steel, often costing £1,000 to £1,500, which is half the car's value on the used market. Even the bodywork doesn't escape. Tailgates, door bottoms, and bonnet edges bubble with rust, sometimes within just a few years. Later models received improved coating, but early ones are now practically dissolving across the UK. The Duster was meant to be tough, but in Britain's wet climate, it's more biodegradable than bulletproof. Cheap to buy? Yes. Cheap to keep? Absolutely not. Number 3. Suzuki Swift. The Suzuki Swift is one of Britain's most underrated small cars. Light, reliable, and fun to drive. But while the engine keeps going forever, the body often doesn't. Models from 2005 to 2017 suffer from severe sill and chassis rot, turning tidy little hatchbacks into MOT nightmares faster than you'd believe. The weak spot is the rear sill and inner arch area. Suzuki used thin, poorly protected steel with minimal drainage, so once mud and salt build up, moisture stays trapped for months. By the time rust appears on the paint, the metal inside is already gone. MOT testers call it the tin can effect. It looks fine until the lift goes up and the floor gives way. You'll also find corrosion on jacking points, seat mounts, and rear suspension arms, particularly on cars driven through multiple winters in Scotland, Wales, or coastal towns. Welding both sides of a Swift can cost £800 to £1,200, easily more than the car's worth. Later models improve slightly, but even 2016 examples can show brown scabs under the plastic sill trims. The only reliable defense is early rust-proofing, something few first owners ever did. The Swift might handle like a go-kart, but under Britain's salty rain, it doesn't take long before the floor pan looks like lacework. Great car, terrible protection. Number 2. Volkswagen Polo. The Volkswagen Polo has long been seen as the sensible choice. Reliable, efficient, and built with that famous German quality. But owners of the 2009 to 2014 generation have discovered a harsh truth. These Polos are quietly rusting from the inside out. What looks like clean, solid paintwork often hides serious corrosion beneath. The biggest issue lies in the door seams, inner arches, and jacking points. Volkswagen's seam sealer tends to crack over time, allowing salty water and grime to creep underneath. Once that happens, the steel begins to corrode from the inside, leaving visible bubbles that spread rapidly across the lower body panels. The rear sills and floor pan are common MOT failure points, with repair bills around £1,000 to £1,500 if welding is required. Even bonnet edges and tailgate seams aren't safe. Moisture collects under trim and rubber seals, eating away unseen until the paint blisters. the car's underbody protection isn't much better, thin and patchy, especially on earlier production runs. Many owners assume German engineering means rust-proof, but these Polos prove otherwise. A few winters on salted British roads and that myth falls apart, literally. The Polo remains a dependable little car, but under the surface, it's proof that even VW can't outsmart corrosion. Always check the lower edges, arches and seams before buying, because by the time you see the rust, it's already too late. Number 1. Land Rover Discovery. The Land Rover Discovery 3 and 4 are the ultimate British workhorses. Big, capable, and built to conquer anything, except British weather. Underneath the tough image lies one of the most catastrophic rust stories in modern motoring. These Discoveries are literally rotting from the inside out, and no amount of polish can hide it. The issue is the ladder chassis, made from box steel sections that trap water, salt, and mud. Over time, the internal coating fails, moisture gets in, and the frame starts rusting where you can't see. By the time you spot flaky metal near the rear suspension mounts, the damage is already structural. MOT testers describe it as Swiss cheese. Strong in theory, full of holes in reality. Welding can buy you time, but a proper chassis repair costs £3,000 to £5,000 and full replacements can hit £6,000 or more. Some specialists now fit galvanized frames, but for many owners, it's cheaper to scrap the car. Even body panels aren't safe. Tailgates, doors and bonnet seams bubble as moisture creeps under the paint. It's tragic, really. The Discovery. 3 and 4 are brilliant to drive and genuinely versatile, but in Britain's damp, salty climate, they decay faster than they age. For a vehicle named Discovery, it's ironic how often owners discover the ground through their floor. And there you have it. 10 cars the British climate simply devours. From humble hatchbacks like the Fiesta to giants like the Discovery, these are the models most likely to crumble long before their engines give up. Rust doesn't discriminate. Once salt and moisture get in, even premium badges can't stop the corrosion from spreading. Every winter, thousands of cars in Britain fail their MOTs for structural rust, not because of wear or mileage, but because the underbody has dissolved. It starts small. A few bubbles on the arch, a bit of surface rust under the sill, and ends with holes big enough to fail safety tests. The scary part: most owners never spot it until the damage is done. If you're buying used, inspect before you buy. Don't rely on shiny paint or dealer polish. Get a torch, check the floor pan, subframes, and rear mounts. A £100 pre-purchase inspection can save you a £1,000 welding bill later. And if you already own one of these cars, investing in proper underseal treatment, Dinitrol, wax oil, or Lanogard can double its life. Rust is Britain's quietest car killer. It's not glamorous, it's not headline news, but it's the reason your next MOT might be your car's last. So, which rust bucket have you owned? Tell us in the comments, and hit like and subscribe for the next video. 10 cars that survive British winters without rusting a bolt.